Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is full of neat details that make it so realistic and an absolute joy to play. So today I thought I would talk about some of these details and maybe tell you something that you didn't notice just yet in your playthrough of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm about 30 hours into my playthrough now, and these are 10 amazing details that I have noticed that you may have missed in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So let's jump right in, with the first one being Mutt and Pebbles, or your inferior horse of choosing, because why wouldn't you choose Pebbles? He is the best. Will actually drink from trowels. You might notice that when you go to wash Henry in a trowel, you'll see Mutt next to you actually hop up and start drinking and cleaning his face. So not only do you need to keep Henry clean, the animals need to keep clean and hydrated just as much as you do. Number 2 is when you rhythmically hit metal in KCD2 whilst blacksmithing, Henry will whistle. But did you know that the tunes he is whistling are actually original songs from KCD1's soundtrack? And depending on the speed at which you're hitting the metal will determine which song Henry is whistling to. So hammering quite fast will trigger this song.
Good doggy, good boy.
Whereas hammering a bit slower will trigger this song. This is a really cool detail when it comes to blacksmithing. It is still my favorite thing to do in this game. There's something so satisfying about crafting a really good sword or an axe and either equipping it for yourself or selling it off for a bit of money. Vocations and actually working in this game can be very important, especially early on. So make sure you're doing this and see if you find any other details when it comes to blacksmithing or even alchemy for that matter. Number 3 is in KCD1, when you went onto the map and saw Henry's little mini, it would be a peasant looking man with simple clothes. In KCD2 it is actually a knight in full armor to show Henry's progression from peasant to glorified bodyguard for Sir Hans here. This mini also changes at another point in the story, but I won't spoil that, but keep an eye out. You'll know exactly what I mean if you get to it in the story. Just keep an eye out on the map. Number 4 is when Henry gets in a bit of trouble with the law, there are multiple ways for you to actually worm your way out of paying a fine or facing punishment. Sometimes that includes telling an elaborate tale, and Henry actually has quite a few of these up his sleeve. For example, this one.
Look,
What are you talking about?
look, we're both men, aren't we?
Where are you going with this? You're testing my patience.
It's like this. Yesterday, I met this pretty girl. She makes yarn. And you know what they say about girls who work with spinning wheels?
No? What?
They're really good in bed.
That's a good one.
Well, this yarn spinner, she was very afraid her mother would find out we planned on meeting. So she gives me these complicated directions on where to meet her. At high noon, I stood at the shadow of the tallest linden tree, and step by step, I set out. Then all of a sudden, I look around and realize I have no idea where I am. The girl's nowhere to be seen, and people are yelling at me. That girl made a right fool of me.
That's what you get for thinking with your prick.
Aye. I've had enough embarrassment for one lifetime. Can't we just let this one slide?
All right then. I'll turn a blind eye, just this once.
So if you get in trouble, maybe try convincing the guard you're innocent, because there are so many different ways Henry will weave a story and it can lead to some pretty funny outcomes. But it doesn't always work, so be very careful. Number 5 is a really weird one. In certain cutscenes, for some unknown reason, raptors can be found. Yes, a prehistoric dinosaur can be seen in the game if you have a keen eye, but only in certain cutscenes. Why this is added, I'm not entirely sure. Is it an inside joke for Warhorse? I'm not entirely sure on the raptor lore here for Kingdom Come Deliverance, but it is hilarious that this is an Easter egg in the game, especially one that's so realistic and prides itself on the realism of historical medieval times. Let's just shove a raptor in there for God knows what reason, just to have a bit of a giggle, I guess, I don't know. But you can see them, so keep an eye out during the game. Perhaps certain cutscenes you will see a raptor running around or poking its head through the grass. Number 6 is when clothing, armor, or even your weapon has blood on it, you can see this little blood drop here on the inventory screen to show that it has blood on it. This also goes for if it is dirty. You'll see this muddy smudge on filthy clothing, so be sure to keep Henry and all his gear clean. And speaking of keeping Henry clean, number 7 is Henry can actually stink. If you are so dirty and haven't washed in a while, you'll see the reek trait on you and people will comment on how Henry smells, like this guy.
Oh, what a stink. Hope it's not me.
This can also be used to track you. If you stink for so long, enemies or guards can find you or know who you are due to your stench. So again, keep Henry clean for God's sake. Number 8 is NPCs will notice if you leave doors open when they originally were closed. For example, you're sneaking around a castle and you open a door, walk into the room and hide. If an NPC spots that a door is open, they'll comment on the fact that they thought they had closed the door.
How come it's open? I closed that door.
And may become suspicious and come looking for who or what could have opened that door. So be careful when stealthing and close those damn doors.
Why is it open? I always close the door.
Number 9 is occasionally wolf howls could be heard in KCD1, but wolves weren't actually an enemy you could encounter in the game. Now this was due to Warhorse not being able to work out how animal combat would work, not being able to find the right balance. Eventually we did get Mutt and the DLC where you could have a dog as a companion, and they have transferred that into KCD2, but on top of this, wolves are now an enemy in KCD2. So you will encounter animal enemies, much like after that DLC came out in KCD1, but wolves are an addition to this because in KCD1 it was just dogs. And number 10 is when coming out of photo mode, Henry will actually comment on how good the view looks or something along those lines.
Right.
These lines of dialogue can actually be heard by NPCs, so you won't be able to use photo mode for stealth to look around an area and cheese your way through it.
Nice one.
Warhorse loves being realistic, and it's quite a hardcore semi-survival RPG, and that's shown in features like its save system, the fact that you have to eat and drink and sleep and things like that. So it's quite clever of the devs to think, oh, players might actually exploit the photo mode to cheese their way through stealth sections. We're going to add something so they cannot do this.
Nice.
So if you are hoping to use photo mode to look around that corner to see if a guard was there, you won't be able to do this because Henry will comment on whatever might be there out loud, and that NPC who you were trying to stealth around will hear you. And those were 10 amazing details I have noticed in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 so far. I'm sure there's plenty more to find in this game, so let me know in the comments down below if you've noticed any details that I didn't mention in this video, and can be as simple as something in a book or a description of an item. Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 content. Guys, I'm having so much fun with this game and I can't wait to do more videos on it. Also, really quick, thanks to Plyon for sending me this goodie bag full of awesome merch from the game. I got a necklace, a beanie, a tote bag, a huge cloth map of Kuttenberg, a steel book, and a really nice desk mat that I have actually now replaced my old one with. So thank you very much to Plyon for that. And thank you to you guys for the support. So keep subscribing, keep liking the videos. I hope you're really enjoying it, and become a member today if you want to support me in another way. You get early access videos and live streams. And thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.